Dudes, what's up, everybody? It's Sunday, November 10th, I believe. Maybe the 12th, maybe the 11th, yeah. Anyways, welcome to a quick video. I wanted to say what's up to everybody. And hope y'all are doing well. And for those that are having a tough time with the colitis right now, it ain't gonna go on forever. Things gonna get better. Things always do. Even if you're in a gnarly flare, colon can work again. There's options. That's the truth. But I wanted to do a little quick intro to tomorrow night. I'm gonna be cranking out a new meal, and there's a little bit of history between this meal, or behind the meal. A couple of weeks ago, went over to a friend's house with my wife. Him and his wife were gonna be having a little dinner party. We came over, and it was just the four of us, right? And she wanted to know, she had some ideas as to what types of foods I eat, because as you probably know, I don't eat everything. And that's, how to help out with the colitis. So she did a little investigating, and she read through some stories and so forth, and she came up with a really, really cool meal. And so we got over to their house, and they pulled out of the oven, kind of like a pie pan type of thing, what was the main dish. And I looked at it and I was like, ooh, shoot. It looked like shepherd's pie, right? That's what I thought it was. Now it's just like, oh gosh, because I don't eat potatoes. I haven't had potatoes for a couple of years. And it's not part of my diet. Same thing with French fries. But anyways, I was like, oh man, I don't eat, I was about to say, actually, I don't eat potatoes. But I felt bad because it was like this awesome creation. And then right away, she started talking about how the whole top layer was butternut squash. And I was like, oh my gosh, it didn't look like it. Oh God, I just banged up my squash. Anyways, tomorrow night, I'm going to try to crank out the same thing here. I hope it tastes as good as what Diana made. But anyway, it's going to be simple. It's going to be butternut squash. Going to slice this thing down the middle. And then, going to take out the seeds. Going to put a little bit, maybe, of olive oil on the insides. Put them face down inside the oven at 350, 400 degrees, something like that, for quite some time until they get real soft. They're going to take them out. Take out the good parts, put it in this blender here with a little bit of coconut milk. This stuff right here. Trader Joe's coconut milk, if you have that. Anyway, that's going to be the top layer of the old shepherd's pie. On the inside is going to be, where is it? Some sun-fed organic beef stew, kind of like little chunks of beef, with some onion, with some carrots, with some zucchini, and with a little bit of sliced up mushrooms. We're going to put all of that stuff later on tonight in the slow cooker with some water, some salt, and some pepper. Going to cook that stuff down like crazy. Just cook it for maybe 8, 9, 10 hours, and then tomorrow, when it's time to put this whole thing together, we're going to put a layer of that down in the pie pan, and put a layer of the butternut squash. That's going to be all pureed up and hopefully kind of mashed potato-y like on top. Put it back in the oven for a little bit and pop it out. It's going to be tasty. Anyway, that's what's going on. And I'll have some follow-up, either video or pictures of that come, almost this time tomorrow. But I want to say a quick shout out to a bunch of people. I've got the website up here, and there's a bunch of folks. First off, Peter up in New Zealand. Thanks for throwing out a comment on Julie's story, the help for colitis and SIBO. There's been a whole bunch of comments, on a story that Graham wrote. If you haven't read his story, read it. He's talking about olive oil and how it's been helping him out, and there's a ton of comments on that. You've got to go back, I think, to November 2nd. That's when that story went live. You want to read that. Julie throwing down comments on the story board. Gail as well. Where you at, Gail? Alexis, her first comment on there's a story about mucus Actually, I'm gonna reply to her as well. Joanna, we got a comment from her. Alex, what's up, big Alex? Bev's always cranking out some awesome comments. Thank you, Bev. You're way cool. You know that. Blake, my boy Blake, who I'm doing a little pull-up competition with right now. Blake doesn't have a cone anymore, but he's kicking some butt on the pull-ups. However, he's got some competition as well. You know who you are, let's throw that out. Chris, Cindy, everybody, thank you so much for putting comments down on other people's stories. It's way cool of you. And have a good rest of the weekend. If you've started your new week already, if you're in different parts of the world, have a good week. Holiday seasons are coming. Sometimes people think and feel that the holiday seasons gets their colitis going a little bit crazy and things can get difficult and tough. Hang in there if that's you. It really, if you're not feeling great and you're having active symptoms, and let's say you haven't had them for a while, or you have, it can all turn around. It does turn around, and it can turn around quicker than you think. So you got to keep your head up, continue reading stories, continue supporting others, talk about what's going on with yourself, with other people. Don't get all bunched up inside, hiding things and not expressing what's going on. It's okay to do that. Even if you're complaining for a couple of hours straight. Hell, I do that every once in a while. Alright, have a good day. Talk to y'all soon. Later. Oh. These are my favorite little chord combinations. You guys been listening? Here we go. Alright, have a good day.